Hello, everyone. It's your boy Mickey, MIQY, and as usual, I own no rights to this music. We're here to discuss on Mickey Vision different connections with different people, and specifically four things that it takes to be successful in those connections with people. When we say connections, we mean anything from family ships that you care for, take care of, or look out for each other, to friendships that are completely platonic, just being that person's friend and being involved in their lives and supporting each other, to friends with benefits, to domestic partners, to relationships, all the way up to marriage. There are four things that that we use to describe change going into a connection with somebody. Keep in mind that these are just opinions based on fictional scenarios that we are making up. This is not anybody's specific life or anything that's actually happened to anybody. These are just examples of our opinions of these words. So, the four words we're going to be using to describe the connections with people are change, compromise, sacrifice, and the word that everybody dreads, settle. A lot of people feel that they shouldn't have to settle and that they deserve more than settling, and they're not going to settle for anybody. They're not going to settle for this or settle for that. When in actuality, all life comes with some form of settling, and it's just based on how you're perceiving it. Are you perceiving it as something negative, or are you perceiving it as something neutral? So let's talk about change. An example of change would be something that is expected, and most of the time is considered to be neutral. It's not a bad or a good thing. Change would be location and relocation. Most people hear the word relocation and they think that it means moving cities or moving countries or moving states, when in actuality it just means changing where you live in general. If you're living by yourself to going to living with somebody, that is a neutral change. Living with people takes work. It doesn't matter if it's your parents or your best friend or your identical twin. They could be genetically cloned after you. It still takes work and effort in order to live with somebody. So that's an example of change in order to have a connection with somebody, if you relocate from living without them to living with them. An example of compromise. Compromise is typically when you are giving up something that is bad for you anyway, and something that would be a good thing for you to give up. An example of that is if my partner does not like the smell of cigarette smoke, and that my partner's son is allergic to smoke, or has asthma or some other type of respiratory situation that prevents him from being able to be around cigarette smoke and so on and so forth. The compromise is that I either don't smoke cigarettes around my partner and his son, or, for even better than that, just giving them up completely. Because there's no health benefit whatsoever to smoking cigarettes, and there's every health benefit that you can think of for not smoking cigarettes and for quitting cigarettes. So again, an example of compromise would be giving up something that is already bad for you anyway in order to be in this connection with this person. These examples are tending to lean towards relationships, but they still could be applied to friendships and family ships. I'm the baby of 13 kids. I have 31 or 32 nieces and nephews. Naturally, I'm not deeply connected with all of them, but the ones that I am connected to, I do have to go through change, compromise, sacrifice, and settling in order to be in a connection with those family members. So on to the third word, which is sacrifice. Sacrifice is when you're giving up something. An example of sacrifice is when you're giving up something that is not necessarily bad for you, like cigarettes, but something that you do thoroughly enjoy, whether it's neutral for you or whether it's good for you. It is something that you're enjoying, that you're giving up for to be in a friendship or relationship with this person. An example would be, for relationships, would be sex with other people. If I'm agreeing to be in a monogamous relationship with you and I'm about to get married to you or propose to you or whatever the case may be, then I'm giving up having sex with other people. It's something that I enjoy. It's something that those other people enjoy. It's something that's not necessarily good or bad for me. It's just kind of neutral, but I'm willing to give it up in order to be with you. That's just an example of the sacrifice. There could be other examples of sacrifice where you're letting something go that you enjoy, that is neither good nor bad, but you have to let it go in order to keep a friendship with this person, in order to keep a trust and a loyalty with this person you've decided to connect with, whether it's your family member or not. The last word, settle. Everybody hates that word. Everybody's like, I'm not gonna settle for nothing, and I don't have to settle. I shouldn't have to settle. I know my worth, and I know how good I am, and I know what I bring to the table, and so on and so forth. When a lot of that is just pride. You're being so prideful that you consider yourself not settling. So if you don't want to settle, then use the other words to describe it. Use compromise, use sacrifice, use meet in the middle, use find some common ground, use find a gray area, whatever you want to use. But ultimately, it is settling. If my relationship, if this person doesn't have the best cooking, but they have everything else, why wouldn't I settle for not the best cooking? If they don't have the best credit score, or the best money management, or the best cleanliness at the house, or the best driving skills, whatever it may be, that they're not the best at. They may not have the biggest bank account. They may not be the most successful person in their family. But they have everything else that you require to be in a relationship. They have everything else that you require to be a good friend and to be in a healthy friendship with them. They have everything else that you require in order to have a deep connection with them as your family member. Why would you not settle considering, well, they don't have it, if they don't have perfect credit, rich by all means, money no object, the best sex, the best cooking, the best money management, the most responsibility, the best looking, the best teeth, the best hair. I mean, you're not going to find the best of everything in nobody. i.e., you're going to have to settle for something. It's just based on how you perceive it. Everything is based on how you perceive it. Perception is reality. As usual, we hope this message reaches the right people. We hope that it blesses your ears and your hearts to be able to process these situations, or maybe open up your perspective to change your perception on how you're looking at relationships and how you're looking at friendships and how you're looking at your family members and so on and so forth. We hope that you'll share this with anybody you feel that it may help. We hope that you'll like our channel and subscribe to our YouTube channel and support us. We really appreciate you and your feedback. We've gotten a lot of feedback from listeners about what content they want to hear, and we appreciate you. We want you to continue to share your feedback on content that you want to hear or subject matters that you would like clarity on, and so on and so forth. As usual, if it's Mickey Vision, do what you feel. Live your life and let people live their lives. Have a great day, and we'll see you next time.